My wife would say, hey, I'm a case sometimes.
Huh?
I am a case sometimes. My wife.
You are that too. Let's see, Mr.
Did you catch that? The judge is kicking things off with some humor, but let's not forget, this is no comedy show. The defendant here is facing criminally negligent homicide. Translation, he didn't mean to kill, but his actions or failures were so careless. The law still holds him criminally responsible. Heavy stuff under that light banter.
Rojas, you have Tuan Mack. Good morning, sir. Good. You're Tuan Mack?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Mack is charged with criminally negligent homicide. And Mr. Rojas, what is the announcement?
Judge, my understanding is that Mr. Mack was on bond and he was set today for a patch review. Drug patch?
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you have your drug patch? When did you get it?
Tuesday.
So when was the last time you had it before then?
I would say like right before the holidays.
Why is that?
I honestly didn't know how long I was supposed to have it. Like, it never came with a
When you get it, they tell you. When you get that drug patch, they give you all the instructions. I'm sure of that. And they say you have to go back.
They never told me how long I was supposed to have it.
You're supposed to have it until I tell you not to have it. It's a condition of your bond.
Okay.
You don't get to just choose when to not have it. You're supposed to go get it done every 2 weeks so that I know you're clean. Have a seat in the jury box. Let's get you tested this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Boom, there it is, the drug patch. Think of it like a 24/7 babysitter for your bloodstream. You can't just peel it off when you're done with it. The patch isn't optional. It's a bond condition. Skip it and you're risking jail time faster than you can say positive test. What do you think? Should defendants get more leeway with stuff like this? Or is the judge spot on?
All right, Mr. Rojas on Tuan Mack. Oh, okay. Okay, and she says he hasn't qualified. You tested negative, which is good, obviously. So it's important that you understand. Condition of your bond is that you have that drug patch on until I tell you otherwise. Every 2 weeks, you got to get it changed.
I didn't.
If it comes up positive, obviously there's going to be a warrant and you're going to be back in jail. So stay clean, keep it on there so we don't have any issues, okay? So, Mr. Mack, since you've made bond, you were initially in custody for some time, correct? What I'm going to do, or what I require you to do, is try to hire a lawyer now that you've bonded out. And so, are you working? No? Why aren't you working?
I have a job coming up at the beginning of next month.
You do? Where's that?
Kansas.
Oh, you told me about that already. That's why I had you come back today. Okay, so you've already got, when was that next court date going to be? We're going to, so same rules applies last week when I told you to hire a lawyer and all that. Okay, so we're going to give you a new reset with maybe a different date on it today for you to have some time to try to get someone hired before the next court date. Again, if you don't, talk to at least 3, bring me all that information when we come back, follow all those rules of bond, and then we'll see you at your regular court date. Okay, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you that reset notice.
And just like that, we move from homicide to fraud. Welcome to court, where the docket jumps faster than Netflix episodes. Now we've got Bobby Brown, no, not the singer, facing forgery charges. Let's see how a guilty plea, some restitution, and probation stack up against what could have been real prison time.
To get some help.
Oh, well, I have BMW on the way, but I have run flat tires.
Oh, good.
So,
but still,
it's a nightmare.
I'm sorry. Good morning, sir. You're Bobby Brown. And Mr. Brown was previously in court and entered pleas of guilty in both cases, state jail felony, forgery of financial instruments. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Not from the stand, Judge.
All right, sir, I'm going to find in each of your cases that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily. In cause number 23, DCCR 1496, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of forgery of a financial instrument. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison, but probate that. You'll be on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay, there's not a fine, but you are ordered in that case to pay restitution in the amount of $744. Follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. In cause number 23, DCCR 1497, also find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of forgery of a financial instrument. Sentence you in accordance with that agreement to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison, but probate that. You'll be on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay restitution in that case, the amount of $1,280.80. Also follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do all of that in both of these cases, then for all practical purposes, your cases here in court are over, and you'll be able to serve that 2-year sentence while you're out on probation. The other side of that, however, is if you violate any condition of your probations, then you can be brought back into court, and then you could be serving your probation revoked and serve those 2-year sentences that you've agreed to. Do you understand? And I know 3 years seems like a lot of time to pay back restitution. A lot of people will think, I'm going to wait till my tax refund comes back, or I'm going to sell this. Start making payments immediately. It's very important to me and obviously to the victims that they get paid back. Even if it's a little bit every month, it'll add up. So, I mean, if you have $20, that's better than $0. If you have 100, it's better. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait, because what can happen is at the end of your probation, you could have done everything else properly, followed all of the rules and conditions, and come in and on motion to revoke your probation because you didn't pay. And if I find that you had the ability to pay and you didn't, you could do all that right and still go back to prison for 2 years. You understand? All right, I'm handing you in each of the cases the trial court certifications that shows that these were agreements that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm, that's for him, a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgments entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with your attorney. All right? If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Ms. Sims. Let's see. Is Mr. Rojas, are you ready on Jerry Leblanc? Mr. Rojas, are you ready on Jerry?
Here's the kicker. Once you're convicted of a felony in Texas, kiss your Second Amendment rights goodbye. No guns, no ammo, not even a hunting rifle in the closet. Judges hammer this home because violating it isn't just a slip-up, it's another felony waiting to happen. What do you think? Fair consequence or too extreme?
Jerry Leblanc? Good morning, sir. You're Jerry Leblanc?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Leblanc, in cause number 21-38605, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft, and that's from August 27th of 2021. What that means, sir, is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be between 6 months and up to 2 years in a state jail prison. Do you understand? And then in cause number 22-40408, you're charged with the state jail felony offense, stand up straight, the state jail felony offense of abandoning a child. I got a bad knee too. Stand up. You're charged with abandoning a child, and that's from August 27th of 2021. Same thing if you're found guilty. The range of punishments between 2 years and 6 months and up to 2 years. Do you understand? And it looks like I have a plea bargain rejection. Is there just one?
There should be one for each case, Your Honor.
And are they the same?
They are.
So it looks like the state has offered, if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty in your cases, an 18-month term in the state jail, prison, or a cap of 20 months. If you did that cap of 20 months, it just means that you would leave your punishment up to me. I couldn't give you more than 20 months. I could give you less. It would depend on the information that was brought to me at a sentencing hearing. You have every right to reject that and have both of your cases set for trial. I just want to make sure you understand what your possible consequences are if you go to trial and what your options are. Question? No, I'll be your judge whether it's a trial. So if you... There is a possibility. There are times when there's a trial set, and let's say I have a very serious case, or I have a lot of cases on that docket, and there's another judge who has a jury and their case settled, and they send a message over that says, hey, do you have any cases? And so your case could get sent out to any of the other judges for the most part. It could be one of probably 3 or 4 that are willing to take these cases. So that's up to that's a possibility. I don't know that there's any real legal objection that you could have to that. There might be. You could talk to your attorney at the time. I don't typically send out cases, but I can't promise you that I wouldn't, if that makes sense. Just so knowing all of that, do you want to reject those offers and have your cases set for trial? Okay, so we'll get your cases set for trial. Mr. Leblanc, Mr. Rojas has been appointed to represent you. He's he's one of the attorneys who handles a lot of cases for me here as a court-appointed attorney. With your permission, I can release him and appoint another attorney today who could begin preparation for trial a little quicker. Is that okay with you? Sure, okay. So what we'll do, Mr. Rojas, you're released. Mr. Leblanc, if you'll just have a seat over here in the courtroom, the clerk will call you when she's ready to give you all that information. And Antoine Patterson, Mr. Rojas. Mr. Leblanc, Jerry Leblanc.
Your Honor, this is a reduction to a Class A theft.
Okay,
It's a shoplifting that got a little out of control.
thank you. Let me get that pulled up. Let's see, are you Antoine Patterson? Sorry, give me just a second. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
She will, Your Honor.
Ms. Patterson, in cause number 24, DCCR 1441774, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of a Class A misdemeanor theft from August 15th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they've charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed them, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas? And do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 2-year deferred adjudicated probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Is there any restitution, or it was recovered? All right. And are you a U.S. citizen? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Patterson is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
You all right? Very fidgety.
No.
Have you been in trouble before?
She had one refused case as an adult and at least one juvenile case in Harris County.
How old are you? If I test you this morning, you gonna have anything in your system? Okay, let's see what all's in it. Have a seat in the jury box. Mr. Rojas, Ms. Patterson, Mr. Nichols. So, Ms. Patterson, obviously you tested positive for THC, and you admitted that you smoked it yesterday. What made you think that that was a good idea to do the day before you were coming to felony court?
Oh wow, did she really just admit to smoking weed the day before felony court? That's like showing up to a job interview still holding the red Solo cup from last night. Judges don't play with this. Notice how the court pivots: probation, evaluations, and mandatory counseling. This is her second chance gift trap, but mess it up, and jail is waiting.
Speak up.
I want to look at the fish right now. That's not what it is.
Okay. You can't use it unless you have a medical prescription for it. You need to go to a doctor. There's all kinds of legal medications. There's counseling. There's things that you can do that aren't marijuana that you might not have tried, right? Using some of those things mask stuff that you're going through, but that's not really helping you. Do you understand? Okay. So there's a couple things we're going to do. I'm going to go through with this plea. I'm typically don't do a PSI on a state jail. I'm going to, so we can get some more information about what Ms. Patterson needs to be
It's a
successful.
misdemeanor, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
We reduced to a misdemeanor theft, Your Honor.
Okay.
Class A.
Okay. Then I'll get some other things just ordered, then we'll do it that way. So, Ms. Patterson, I'm going to go back to what we were talking about before. It looks like the agreement you've reached is for 2 years deferred probation, $500 fine. That's your understanding? State tenors number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Any evidence Ms. Patterson's not competent.
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Patterson, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for a period of 2 years. You're ordered to pay that $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. One of those rules and conditions of probation is that you can't use any illegal drugs, and that's marijuana. So you're going to be required, I want a substance abuse evaluation done. You're going to get evaluated for, and a mental health evaluation as well. Probation's there to help you, okay? They're going to have things that doctors you can go to. If you can't afford it, you now can go do some things that maybe you couldn't. You're going to be required to follow through with those mental health help and any substance abuse help. So we're going to give you all the tools you need to be successful on probation. If you do everything and follow those rules and do what they say, then this is an excellent opportunity, because if you do everything correctly, the case will be dismissed. You'll never have this on your record. But the other side of that is if you violate any condition of probation, which includes if they tell you you need to go to counseling or take a certain medicine or get a drug patch and you're not wearing it, or you test positive, any of those things, you're going to be right back in here, found guilty of the offense, and potentially going to jail for up to a year. Do you understand? All right, I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation, the lady sitting at the desk right there, she's going to call you when she's ready to go over your paperwork. Good luck to you, ma'am.